must be followed. Please be advised that this letter hereby grants you permission to host your public march, Jacob wrote to Abdullah. Responding to the police permission, hear my problem. If this is not a banana republic, the commissioner of police is what? The upholder of the law. His job is to enforce the law. He is saying that Abdullah's letter is in direct contravention of the law, but the commissioner of police granted the permission. The commissioner of police just broke the law. This is a banana republic. Last week you gassed people for assembling in the savannah for no reason other than you had gas. This week you're saying the man write you a letter that contravenes the law of the land, and you now conspire with him to break the law, Mr. Commissioner. If this is not a banana republic, Trinidad and Tobago, tell me, by Christ, what is it? If the commissioner of police could say this morning, according to Jazzy Gonzalez in the Sunday Express, that the letter Abdullah sent is insufficient insofar that it breaks the law, and then the acting commissioner of police goes on to grant the permission regardless, isn't the commissioner of police breaking the law? A banana republic. Hear this also. There's another part I wanted. There's another one of these articles, and I don't have it right now, and I don't want it to lengthen this video. But in that article, the terms are outlined, and that they are allowed to put people in groups of 10. And once you put those people in groups of 10, you could have your march, but they limit it to 250. Based on what? On what, Mr. Commissioner? On how you feel this morning? How is that the law? If your groups of 10 solves the problem of COVID, then why 250? Why not 250,000? How do you get to determine arbitrarily how much people could gather? You either give permission for the protest or not. You don't get to come inside the protest and tell us wear green drawers and a blue hat. You don't have that authority. Commissioner acting whatever be damned. So I want to know this morning, if this is not a banana republic, how does the law give the commissioner of police so much authority over this democracy? The Summary Offences Act is massa law. The Summary Offences Act was put in place by the colonials to keep us in check. It was massa law. We are now an independent country. Section 112, 113, 114, all of that need to be repealed and abolished. Trinidadians are free, independent, democratic, a republic. We have the authority to say to our parliament, to our commissioner of police, to our director of public prosecutions, this is what we want. Let us stop living like pigeons in a coop. Let us start to think. Mr. Commissioner of Police, I question you today, and I ask you, Mr. Acting Commissioner of Police, I ask you, if your groups of 10 solves the problem with the COVID, why is there an arbitrary limit of 250? On what was that based? Mr. Acting Commissioner of Police, I ask you, was Jazzy Gonzalez's article in the Express a correct reflection of what you said? Mr. Acting Commissioner of Police, if you say that the letter that you received is not an application, on what did you give permission? Mr. Acting Commissioner of Police, you said the letter actually contravenes the law, yet you granted permission that was not asked for. So what is the Commissioner of Police office in this country? A dictatorship? An enforcement arm of the dictatorship? Have we lost our rights under the law of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago? When does this ever make sense? When do we ever, PNM supporters, UNC supporters, don't give a damn about elections, people? When do we ever wake up to the reality of the fact that we live in a banana republic because we've chosen to vote race or to not vote at all? You see, the reason we're having this video this morning is to tell you, even this problem could be fixed by simple and proper law. But we don't have that. We don't have simple and proper rules by which the Acting Commissioner of Police could be reined in today, like a civilized, first world developed country. This is a banana republic. In this banana republic, the acting commissioner of police could gas people last week and say they had missiles, but we ain't see a missile yet. And the same acting commissioner of police this week could break the law by giving permission for a march that did not ask for any permission. And the letter that was sent to the commissioner broke the law, but the commissioner of police decided, the acting commissioner of police decided he will join in the law breaking and grant permission that was never sought. And this morning, the only place that I could think to go to make a report is to David West at the Police Complaints Authority, another PNM stronghold. So you tell me, Trinidad and Tobago, you tell me this morning, because if we want a country that works, if we want a Trinidad and Tobago that can function as a first world nation, if we want a place where those who hold public office are public servants and they know it, and that when they run afoul of the rules and the laws, they will be held to a higher standard, if that is what we want, can we not wake up to the reality that voting PNM and UNC or not voting at all has led us to this banana republic status? And that right now we have the opportunity to stand together as one people and say, you know what? It's time that we got Trinidad and Tobago to be a proper country before we all end up in a crisis. This morning, the conundrum that faces all of us is that today at 2 o'clock, there is going to be a march around the savannah that should not have had to ask for permission, but the law says they do. And they didn't, but the commissioner of police says, no problem, let's all break the law together. If this is not a banana republic, you tell me what it is.